Does volume precede price? What comes first? Have you ever thought about that? You probably don't even use volume in your strategy, do you? Maybe you're a price action trader. Maybe you're a fib trader. Maybe you're an ICT trader. Maybe you're a harmonics trader. Maybe you're a moving average trader. Have you ever considered using volume in your trading? Why should I? Why should I use volume? I'm going to explain to you right now. Volume is the one leading indicator that we have. It predicts price action. It creates it. It literally creates the price action. So how does it do that? Well, have you ever thought of the other way around? Does price create volume? What if it did? Right? If price created volume, I want to make the argument that price would never change. If price created volume, price would never change. It would stay constant. It would stay at the best price. It would stay at the most efficient price. Right? Fair value would never change. But that's a we can't even conceive price creating volume. We can't even conceive that, right? Because volume creates price. It's so natural. It's so fluid. It's just real. It's how the markets work. You ever thought about that? So how can you incorporate that in your moving average strategy? How can you incorporate that in your ICT? How can you incorporate that in your fibs? Right? Well, when it reaches the golden pocket in your fibs, how do we know if it's going to hold or not? Well, what does the volume look like? Okay. Has volume been decreasing until we finally reach the golden pocket? Now we're at the golden pocket. Is there volume here? There's interest. You understand? Volume is interest. And interest is money. And people are serious about their money. Right? People don't just put money anywhere that they don't have faith in. Right? They're not just giving money out for free. I know some philanthropists do. But normally people put their money where their mouth is. Right? That's normally. So I have a strategy, and I don't use fibs. I don't use moving averages. I don't necessarily use trend lines. I don't necessarily use support and resistance, but I use those sometimes, right? But it's all based around volume. It's all based around volume being the leading indicator. I don't do nothing until volume tells me to. Right? So that means if we have a resistance, right? And we have volume, it's been decreasing in resistance after we made a leg, right? Let's say we come down in price. Prices are lower and volume picks up. Now, I don't know about you, but if I'm at the grocery store and prices are lower, if I'm the store owner, I would hope prices pick up. I would hope more people are buying it if prices are lower, wouldn't you? Because then I can put the prices back up once my supply is gone. Make sense? What if nobody's buying it though? What if there is no interest? Ever thought about that? What if prices came down and there is no interest? Have you ever thought about that? In fact, what if when prices were high, at the peak here, interest came in, right? And then we started seeing volume drop off to the downside. What if that was the case? You ever thought about that? I'm not sure you even go about your trading thinking like this. Treating the market like a market. Are you doing that? Because this is going to change the way that you trade. Believe you me. You treat the stock market like a market? Come on. That can't be common sense, can it? You treat the futures market like a market, the options market like a market. Come on. So what if this was the case? What if volume came at the top side and then prices came down? There's nobody buying it. If I'm a store owner and I lower prices, nobody's buying it. What do I have to do? I have supply, right? I got to get rid of it, right? Especially if I'm a seller. If I'm a seller, I want to sell. Don't I want to sell at the highest price? I don't want to sell at low prices. So naturally, if prices go down, what am I going to not do? I'm not going to want to sell when prices go down, right? I'm going to want to sell when prices come higher, right? When prices come higher. You can see interest coming in when prices are higher, right? And then that can lead to more downside, volume dropping off because prices are lower, and I'm a seller. I don't want to sell when prices are lower. I want to sell when prices are higher, right? So volume comes back in for sellers, or volume just comes back in, interest is coming back in, money is flowing in at higher prices, and all of a sudden we're seeing a downtrend, right? This is how markets work. I just literally showed it to you. I just literally gave it to you, right? That's how it works. Now, it doesn't mean it's all cookie cutter and it's that easy and it's, oh my God, Teddy, why aren't you a billionaire yet? It's not that easy. There's a lot of factors, news events, people can get squeezed out, things can happen. A lot of things can happen, but this is the basis. Imagine this. What if VWAP was right here? You ever thought about that? Oh. Let's say, crap. Yeah, there we go. What if VWAP was right here? You ever thought about that? What if interest was coming in at VWAP? Doesn't that make a difference? Right? Doesn't make a difference? Because what if volume didn't come in, let's see. Here we go. What if it was like this? What if volume was still decreasing? And then finally when we made this, yeah, we'll go like this. Then we'll give it some force there, some pickup in volume. Something like that. What if that was the case? Is that going to tell you we're going to break VWAP or not? Right? Prices are higher. Look. It's different than what I just showed you. I just showed you two scenarios now. Right? The other one was prices were coming up. Volume was coming in. Money was flowing in at higher prices. Right? In this case, money is here at lower prices. You understand that? You understand that? If I could put a little maybe volumes right here, something like that. Money's coming in at lower prices. That's bullish. That's bullish, right? Now, what's even more bullish? When money comes in at lower prices, it continues through. It continues coming in because what's happening? Fair value is changing. Like I said, there's a lot of factors. It's not that easy. Fair value is changing, and it continues to come in at higher. Continues to come in. And as it continues to come in, when there's more volume, it should be moving faster, quicker. It's a rocket ship. You ever seen a setup like this? This is called a capitulation setup out of my two setups, exhaustion and capitulation. Right? You ever thought about that? Very different than what we saw earlier. Very different. So, be mindful. Use volume to your advantage. Think about it. When you are using your whatever strategy, Think about it. Volume is not. You gotta understand. Volume is the icing on the cake. You absolutely want to be using volume. It is gonna change your trades. It's gonna make your trading what it is. I promise. Right. It. I think it's hilarious. People say that price creates volume. Price does not create volume. Right. Volume creates price movement. Okay. So use that to your advantage. I like making 10-minute videos. So at this point, I'm going to beg you for likes and subscribes if you enjoyed the video. Have a good one. Peace out.